Glass-like materials can add a whole world of really interesting reflections and refractions to your renders. However, it can be, at the risk of sounding boring, kind of boring sometimes if you don't do it correctly. So here's some quick tips to make your glass-like objects look a bit better. Number 15. Okay, first you need to decide if you want to make interesting geometry or an interesting material. Generally, I pick one or the other, depending on what kind of mood I'm in. For instance, this is interesting geometry, whereas this would be an interesting material. So I'm going to make both, starting with a cool material. The glass shader on its own is set up to make, well, glass. It's actually not that interesting, but if we fiddle the knobs, it can be redeemed. What we want to do is plug an image texture into this roughness slot. Don't forget to UV unwrap first. There, that's better. As always, add a color ramp in between the two nodes so we can have finer control over the effects this texture has on the roughness. Fiddle a bit, and there. That's a lot better than just that. If you want to take it a step further, try modifying this displacement value by the image texture. The next way to make a glass object look cool is by making some interesting, unnecessarily complicated geometry. All the extra angles and faces give the light more places to bounce. As with all great things, we will start with a cube. Going in edit mode, we will extrude over and over and over again. It helps to use E, the keyboard shortcut for extrude, and S, the keyboard shortcut for scale. Continue this until you have something that appears to be a mutated chess piece. Put a light inside it. Make the index of refraction a little bit higher. Add an interesting background, and there you go, a render.